Magic the Gathering cards found at the Goodwill outlet. At the Goodwill outlet, you pay per pound. So these were really cheap, but I still paid $25 to my friend who found these at the Goodwill bins. So it looks to be mostly bulk cards wrapped in elastic bands, but I'm hoping we find some gems here today. So let's see if we do. Also, there's gonna be a giveaway in the video. So all you gotta do is hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment. And if your comment is pinned a week after this video's upload, then you are selected as the winner. And with that being said, let's find out what's inside this bag. Alright, so we're going to be giving away a Chatterfang Squirrel General to the winner for today's video. So let's set this aside again. Just leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and drop a comment. And if your comment is pinned after a week, you are the winner. Now, let's see what is inside this Ziploc bag full of cards found at the Goodwill bins. The Goodwill bins is great. You pay by the pound, so you get things really cheap. And every Goodwill bins, depending on where it's located, actually has different pricing. I know places like Los Angeles, the Goodwill bins are actually pretty expensive there. But you can find places that literally, it's like $1 a pound, which is insane. I think it was $1.65 a pound here at this Goodwill. So not horrible, not great either, but you know, pretty darn cheap compared to regular Goodwills. Here we go, elastic bands and all. Let's do it. Got some Thorn of Eldraine cards right at the top right here. Let's see what we have. Idyllic Grange. Oh, nice. Rare right off the bat. We'll take that. Okay. So we have a Channel Horde Worm. We have a Ground Assault from, I believe, one of the Commander decks. Living Twister, another one from that same Commander deck. Same symbol there. All right, let's see what else we find. So we won't stop on every single card. I'll try to separate out anything that I see a value. Again, anything that's $1 or more, I'll try to put it on screen. If there is anything that's over $1 or more, something tells me this might be bulk. That's fine. Again, we paid $25 for this, so 25 bucks for this amount of bulk is not the worst. I paid probably a lot more for similar size lots at the Goodwill shop website, Shop Goodwill website, and there's just not a lot of good collections that show up there anymore. So I do like these type of random buys. I sometimes will grab grab bags or something from regular thrift stores like a Value Village or a Goodwill, but you don't see them too much anymore. So whenever I find stuff like this is just great. Look, another dual deck card right there. That's really cool. Phyrexian Gargantua. I get really tempted to buy them. So we'll see if I did anything smart with my money. Man. I usually don't do smart things with my money, but you know, things got to change around here. Things got to change around here. 25 bucks. Let's see if this is actually worth it. So far, I have to say I haven't found too many cards in this pile that are really worth much. Changelings are always good. I'm going to separate that out because they're always great for Commander. Fester Creep. Flipping upside down already. Huh. Yeah, let's just flip this whole pile around. My god, that looked crazy. Alright, Slum Reaper. Supernatural Stamina is actually not a horrible card. But let me know if you guys ever found anything like this at a thrift store. You know, if you've been to places like the Goodwill bins, leave your thoughts about that down below. It's a place that I didn't even know about until the pandemic. You know, just watching a ton of YouTube content. There's places in the States, like Goodwill bins in the States, and I didn't realize they even existed. And then I find out that there's a few in Canada as well. One in London, Ontario. There's 2 in Alberta, 1 in Edmonton, and 1 in Calgary. But kind of crazy. It's just such a crazy concept. Sometimes they just have overflow, stuff that doesn't sell at the store, or just like stuff that gets directly donated. Sometimes you can get it real cheap. Real cheap. Cruel Edict, that's actually a cool card. I'll separate that one out. Still haven't found anything. Vampire Cutler used to be pretty decent value there for 1 mana, Skulk, and Lifelink 1/1. That was pretty good in Standard. Very good in Standard back in the day. Creeping Chill is another decent card. You can use that in Dredge decks. Another Cruel Edict. We'll take that. Endless Obedience. Yeah, not seeing too much here. Okay. Let's grab another pile. This one is pretty big. Ooh. Okay, let's start with this side here. The Arcbound Slith from Plane Chase. Let's do it. Let's see what we get. Arcbound Slith. Nice. Seer Sundial as well. Okay, that's actually not bad. That might be worth a few bucks.
You are
we also have Gorgon's Head.
Loser.
This is another decent card in Commander. Thrashing Brontodon used to be decent. Not so much anymore, though. Raging Swordtooth. Manifestation Sage. So we're getting some more rares here, which is nice. Come on, more rares in this. Mutations. Oh, Munitions Expert. Nice. This is from the original Modern Horizons. Not crazy, but we'll separate that out. Get more rares. Priest of the Awakening Sun. Okay, Aid from the Cowl from Aether Revolts. Corrupted Graphstone. Colossification. Very nice. From Ikoria. Or not Ikoria. Yeah, or Ikoria. Yeah, what am I talking about? For a second I was like, no, it's Ixalan. No, it's Ikoria. My God. Use your brain. This is what happens when you have baby brain. It's just ridiculous. You don't sleep. Yeah, you have sleep deprivation, and you can't even think. You can't even name cards properly. We have Conclave Tribunal here. Scrabbling Claws. Cather's Shield. What else do we have? Come on, let's get another few cards here. Emancipation Age. Always love the artwork on this card, though. Scott Cho. Very nice artwork. One of the cards I remember seeing a lot, and just being, just captivated by the artwork here when I first started playing Magic. Back around that era, actually. Commune with Dinosaurs. Colossal Dreadmaw. Great card, obviously. Perfect. We have Dispeller's Capsule. Okay. I don't think we see... Yeah, another Colossal Dreadmaw. We'll take that. We'll take that all day. Perfect. All day. Here we go. Seraph of the Sword. That's another rare. Alright. Guardian of the Gateless. Another card that had great artwork that I remember when I first started playing around the Gate Crash era. I love the artwork on that card. And let's flip this one around. We have a Sky Reaping here. Edgewall Innkeeper, but we do have a really cool Rotwolf. Great. Any cards with Infect, always separate out, because, whenever you want to just build a really disgusting degenerate deck, you can go through your, box, your box of Infect cards. Flame Rush Rider, Become Immense, really good card. Speaking of Infect, you can run that in Infect decks, and I don't know if it's as good in Modern anymore, though. Ooh, look at that. Sliver here. Steel Form Sliver. Slivers are always great to have in your collection. So we'll separate that out. Another Guardian of the Gateless. Okay, Mardu Ascendancy. More rares. We'll take those. Dismiss. Sage Eye Avengers. Sphinx of Magosi. Dragon Lord's Prerogative. Cloud Form. Fortune's Favor. Subjugator Angel. Shepherd of the Lost. Okay, we're back to... Ooh, Slivers. Okay, we'll take that. Back to Slivers is great. Cleaving Sliver. Then we have Wicked Wolf. Pistis Strike. And anything else in this pile? Tribute to the Wild. No, we do not. But we do have another card of Infect there. We'll take that. Alright, this one actually has a rare right at the top of this stack. That is very nice. We have Invasion of Kaldheim. I'm not sure if there's value there. I think only one or two of them are actually have value over $2. I could be wrong on that for those. The nice Siege cards, the battle cards. Invasion of Moag. Okay. So we are getting some March of the Machine stuff. Interesting. So some really new bulk mixed in here, some older bulk. That's completely fine though. Okay. Nice. Death Touch. Ooh, it's got Phyrexian Mana as well there. Aetherblade Agent, really cool. Okay, I know there could be a few common uncommons that have some value here. So if I find anything catches the eye, I'll stop, but as of right now, I don't think I'm seeing much at all. Okay, alright, that was a pretty quick pile to go through. Let's grab another one here, another card from March of the Machine on the front. We've got Halo Forager, Shattered Angel as well. That's another interesting card from new Phyrexia right there. Get Rise to Glory. Monastery Swiftspear, great card. Love this card so much for any sort of prowess deck. Stone of Erech. Erech.
Damn, girl, what you saying? What you saying, huh?
I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. This is a Lord of the Rings card, though, so that is actually really cool. We're going to separate that out, because Lord of the Rings cards are pretty sweet. Might of Old Krosa, another. You cannot pass. So that's actually what he says in the book, believe it or not. So in the movie, he says, "You shall not pass."
You shall not pass!
But in the book, he doesn't say "you shall not pass," he says "you cannot pass." And he does say that in the movie as well, but that massive line, he says "you shall not pass." But so just a little bit of a Lord of the Rings trivia right there. "You cannot pass" is book accurate. Inherited Envelope, Nasty End, Very, very cool. Another Lord of the Rings card there. Steady Progress will proliferate. Really good mechanic. Protective Sphere. Augur of Bolus. Okay. Then we have Expel from Razka. I don't know why those are sleeved. Maybe part of a deck, but those are not really good cards unless you're playing, I guess, limited. Icy Blast. Okay. Seagate Oracle. Into the Royal. And anything else interesting? Surge Node is actually not horrible, so we'll put that over here. All right, let's do it. Another pile. Here we have Ta Crop Elite. Let's do it. From Amonkhet. Ooh. Okay, so we have Phyrexia All We On art card here. We have, wow, some newer cards. Barkform Harvester. Very cool. All right. Ravine Raider, Pearl of Wisdom. And then some cards from Phyrexia All Will Be One. Okay, let's keep going through these piles. Some cards from Outlaws of Thunder Junction. So a lot of new bulk mixed with older bulk. Interesting assortment of cards. Trader's Instinct. Let's see what else we have here. Invasion of New Capenna. Not seeing too much here. Okay, Incubation Sack. Yeah, nothing that's really catching my eye right now. We have a Ghostfire Slice. There's actually some really good uncommons from Modern Horizons 2, or 3, I should say. This is Modern Horizons 3. So I'm going to have to keep my eyes peeled. But I don't see anything right now. And Millstone. Yeah, unfortunately, not much in this pile, though we did have a decent amount of foil cards. Alright, we have 2 more stacks to go, and this one's got a really, really cool foil right there. Sinew Dancer from Phyrexia All Will Be One. I think, what was the name of this type of foil? I can't remember the name of that. That is kind of cool. I'm going to separate that out. I know they can be expensive. You get like a mythic in that foil treatment. Okay, let's see. Ooh, we got some slivers here. Dregscape Sliver from the original Modern Horizons. We'll take that. Eye Collector. Okay, Demon's Disciple. Let's see what else we have. Ooh, another rare. Okay, Josu Vess. Prism Ring. Swift Response. Mirrorsmith right there. Ram through. So we have some Commander Legends cards. Ooh, back to slivers. We'll take those. So there is some value there for sure in Commander Legends. If you can find it. I don't think we have anything really so far. Grasp of Darkness is a decent card. Really good removal card. Limited Amit Eternal. Master of the Feast, I think this is actually worth a few bucks, so that's actually pretty cool to have. Eliminate the corruption. Oh, competition. Jeez. I'm like, eliminate the corruption. Eliminate the competition. Soul Flare. Alright. Vendetta. Ooh, more Lord of the Rings cards here. Aomir of the Riddler Mark right there. East Farthing Farmer. Chance Met Elves. And Cast into the Fire. And Hithlane Knots. Not bad. Vial of Dragonfire here. Okay. Vector Asp, not bad. That does have infect potential, so I'll separate that out. Copper Horn Scout, really, really nice. Nice 1-drop card right there. Griff's Boon, alright. And then we have an Entrancing Melody, another rare card on Sarah's Wings. Ooh, look at that. Really, really nice. Mirror of Galadriel. We'll definitely take those. Definitely take those. Hopeless Nightmare. Stab Wound. If there's any cards that I miss when I'm editing that you guys have seen that are worth over $1, let me know down below in the comment section. We're getting some more Lord of the Rings cards here. Murder, the chase is on. I'm not seeing much here. Not seeing much. Might of Old Krosa again. Good card. Grasp of Darkness. Again, we'll separate that out. Mystical Teaching is actually not a bad card. And, ooh, look at that. Nice promo right there. Angel of Glory's Rise. A very nice foil. Okay, let's do it. Last pack to go, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Again, leave a like if you did enjoy it. And if you are subscribed and you leave a comment as well, you will be entered to win the Chatterfang Squirrel General. So drop a like, drop a comment, and let's finish this. Okay, Riptide Survivor. Negate. Curse Catcher used to be like, believe it or not, like a $10 uncommon back when I enjoyed playing the modern format, which is a very long time ago. Spell Pierce. Okay. Late Claim. Ooh, there you go. Jeskai Infiltrator. And then we have Stratus Dancer as well. Willbender, another Spell Pierce there. Ooh, Reconstruction right there from Revised. Very cool. Thought Scour is always a good card to have. And I think two more Thought Scours that end everything off. So there you have it, guys. What do you think? Would you have paid $25 for this collection of potential, well, actually, it pretty much was bulk cards from the Goodwill outlet, which is also called the Goodwill Bins? Leave your thoughts about this video down below in the comment section, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.